I have been covering some of the best ETFs for maximizing dividend income, dividend growth, and minimizing downside risk. But beyond simply choosing ETFs, I've been focusing on strategies to complement a portfolio, approaches that go far beyond basic index exposure. Now, what truly separates a good portfolio from a great one is strategically adding individual stocks to complement your ETFs. Selecting high-quality companies that strengthen specific sections of your portfolio and balance out sector exposure. All right, so to begin, we all know about the conflict in the Middle East and what it's doing to oil prices. Investors are looking for ways to hedge volatility while still maintaining growth exposure for when the market recovers. So in this video, I'm going to break down how I structure my portfolio and then reveal a 3 ETF combination that, in my opinion, creates one of the strongest setups right now with an emphasis on strong growth, high income, and strong risk management. And then we'll pair each component with individual stocks. And the difference in total returns speaks for itself. I'll be using investing.com's premium platform Investing Pro to walk through everything step by step, revealing real holdings inside their AI portfolios, digging into the in-depth AI analysis and charts, and even looking at hedge fund portfolios. So trust me, you are going to want to stick around until the end. Now, before we continue, I have to mention that I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This video is for educational purposes only and reflects my own research. Most importantly, past performance does not guarantee future results, and investing involves significant risk and potential loss of capital, so always consult a financial professional. To begin, when I'm structuring a portfolio, I like to follow the 50-30-20 framework. The 50% bucket is your core anchor, the ETFs that you dollar cost average into regardless of what's happening in the market. The 30% bucket is your tactical edge. This is where I personally incorporate ETFs that align with the current economic environment. And the final 20% is the defensive hedge. This section focuses on defensive equity or high income ETFs with more of a value tilt, something that helps buffer volatility when markets get choppy. The reason this structure works for me is because it gives me a clear direction. Every ETF has a clear purpose and a defined allocation. When markets rally, I know what to emphasize. And when volatility hits, I know which defensive positions to lean on. And each section can be made up of 2 or 3 ETFs, but I personally like to stick with 2. Okay, let's get into the actual holdings. For the core portfolio driver, I've chosen a very powerful dividend growth ETF that has proven to be one of the strongest funds in the market and has been a core holding in my portfolio for several years now, and that is CGDV. This ETF currently has over $30 billion in assets under management and uses active management with a strong emphasis on dividend growth to help mitigate downside risk. And during times like this, that is exactly what I want. Over the last year, the fund has returned around 20% compared to the S&P 500's 12%. And since CGDV's inception, CGDV returned 90% versus the S&P 500's 60%. It has historically held up very well during major sell-offs like the 2022 bear market and the April tariff-driven correction. Now, one of the strongest complements I've personally used alongside CGDV is the Tech Titans portfolio inside ProPix AI. This AI selected theme focuses on 15 technology stocks with the strongest momentum. And historically, the performance has been very strong, returning over 50% in the last year versus the S&P 500's 12% and more than 215% over the past 5 years compared to roughly 80% for the S&P 500. So what I've done is take just 15% of my allocation towards CGDV, which equals only 7.5% of the total portfolio, and tilt that portion into the Tech Titans portfolio. Blending CGDV with the Tech Titans would have increased the return of that core section from 20% to roughly 25% in the last year, representing about 13% outperformance versus the S&P 500. And again, this is something I've personally implemented. Now, I didn't capture the full 50% move, although I wish I did. I entered this portfolio in September, which has since returned 24% versus the S&P 500's 3%. And since only a small portion of my 50% core is allocated towards these momentum tech stocks, I still maintain the risk management characteristics of CGDV that I'm looking for today. Now, inside Investing Pro, you can actually see which holdings are driving those returns, when they were added, and when they're scheduled to be rebalanced. You also get in-depth research reports on every company through the Pro Research tab, detailed reports that break down valuation metrics like PE, forward PE, free cash flow yield, and analyst price targets. If you want access to all of this, then I have great news for you because investing.com just launched their flash sale. You can get up to 55% off. Plus, if you use my link or code Victoria Media, you can get an additional 15% off on top of that. And that gives you access to the AI portfolios, hedge fund portfolios, AI-driven charts, and all of the research tools I'm using in today's video. So if you're interested, I definitely recommend taking advantage of the sale before it ends. It only runs until March 19th. And of course, huge thank you to investing.com for sponsoring today's video. Now, moving on to the strategic growth component, we'll use MLPI, which is a high income covered call ETF focused on the energy sector, but with a twist. It combines energy exposure with MLPs to help mitigate risk. So what are MLPs? MLPs operate the pipelines that transport energy and generate revenue from the volume moving through their systems. Because of this toll road model, their earnings tend to be more predictable and less directly tied to oil price swings. So with this mix, you get exposure that benefits from rising energy demand while maintaining better risk control. And you can see how well the ETF has performed since the start of 2026, heavily outperforming the S&P 500. And if we zoom out further, the MLP and energy sector mix itself has returned over 200% over the last 5 years, outperforming both the S&P 500 and the QQQ. And when you compare that to the broader energy sector, like XLE, you can clearly see how a mix of midstream companies can provide stronger return potential and a more consistent return profile. Now, when you combine that with MLPI's covered call strategy, you get an ETF that further mitigates volatility while also producing a very high dividend yield of around 15%. Now, I personally haven't complemented this section with any of the ProPix AI themes, but if you wanted to, you could use the Energy Elite portfolio, which has returned over 450% in the last 5 years. Just like Tech Titans, each holding is tracked from the time it's added to the next rebalance, and you get detailed insights on every individual company. You can even see how certain energy companies have performed since being added. For example, VLO, which is up roughly 30%. And the reason I like this approach more than a traditional ETF like XLE is because XLE is market cap weighted, meaning over 40% of the fund is concentrated in just 2 or 3 stocks. The Energy Elite portfolio instead focuses on momentum across a broader set of energy companies, which helps capture opportunities beyond the largest names. Now, for the defensive portion, we'll use SCHD, which is a very well-known dividend ETF with over $80 billion in assets under management. This ETF is particularly strategic right now because of its defensive equity exposure and its meaningful energy allocation, which is part of the reason behind the fund's strong performance in recent months. SCHD has a long history of solid returns, and although it has lagged the market over the past 3 years due to its limited tech exposure, it's now making a comeback. And its stock selection strategy, which emphasizes dividend growth, strong free cash flow, and healthy debt-to-equity ratios, in my opinion, makes it a strong ETF in today's market. And for this defensive allocation, a suitable complement would be the top value stocks portfolio. Historically, this portfolio has behaved exactly how a defensive value strategy should. During the 2022 bear market, it remained relatively stable, similar to the S&P 500 Pure Value ETF, which only declined about 5% that year. And over the past year, its returns have been roughly in line with the S&P 500 Pure Value Index. But over the last 5 years, it has returned about 177%, compared to roughly 77% for the index and about 51% for SCHD. Now, if we take 25% of the 20% defensive allocation, so about 5% of the total portfolio, and tilt it toward the top value stocks portfolio, SCHD alone returned around 51% over the past 5 years. But with a 25% tilt towards the top value stocks theme, the return for that defensive section increases from roughly 51% to about 81%. That's over a 50% improvement, which becomes a very meaningful difference when compounded over time. Of course, these are historical comparisons, not predictions or guarantees. Now, personally, I've held other ETFs as well, but CGDV and MLPI are 2 that I've consistently held and added to. So with these 3 ETFs, you're getting growth, value, and a tactical edge. The only piece that changes over time is that tactical allocation, which is designed to respond to shifting market conditions, while about 70 to 80% of the portfolio stays consistent for the long term. By adding these individual complements, you create a well-rounded structure that can participate in market momentum during a recovery while also helping hedge against severe downside volatility. And again, past performance does not guarantee future results. Now, another crucial aspect of long-term investing is technical analysis, where investors can use support and resistance levels to identify areas where strategies like buying the dip can be especially effective. And what I like to do is pull up a chart of an ETF like CGDV and ask Warren AI to run a full technical analysis to identify key support and resistance levels so that I can better time certain entries. And no, I don't use this to sell, I mainly use it for dollar cost averaging, helping me identify regions where an ETF is more likely to bounce. And if you want even more insight or real-time news, you can ask questions like, what's the latest news on interest rates and oil prices, and how do oil prices affect the broader market? And it pulls data-backed insights directly from investing.com's internal financial database, not scraped internet content, which makes it far more reliable than most general AI chat tools. That's one of the reasons I really like the platform. You are getting structured, data-driven answers and not just general summaries. And I do want to remind you guys that investing.com's flash sale has started and it's only going to be running for 3 days. You can get up to 55% off plus an additional 15% off on top of that if you use my link or code Victoria Media. This is a super limited time offer, so I definitely take advantage of it. Now, aside from portfolio construction, you can also explore the actual holdings of top hedge fund managers like Ray Dalio or Warren Buffett and even follow their portfolio moves. There are just so many features on this platform, but one of my favorites is the advanced charting tool. You can pull up a stock like Apple and overlay multiple financial metrics like revenue, PE ratio, price to book, 200-day moving average, margins, FCF, and more all on one chart. And seeing these relationships plotted together is incredibly helpful. It makes it so much easier to understand certain trends, correlations, and valuation shifts over time. So overall, you can see how I think about complementing a portfolio in a strategic way. Using the 50-30-20 structure, each section has a purpose. I don't mix sections just for the sake of chasing higher returns. Because at the end of the day, the real goal is strong risk management while still capturing meaningful growth potential. And that is all for this one. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!